just a bubble.
I like to be in the know.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, the brooms are obviously part of the
Right.
sculpture.
So, Turkey.
What did you get, John?
I'm part of the associated and basically the idea is that the brooms are about sweeping, and this whole site used to be the old city incinerator.
I did not.
Yeah, way back started in the 19th century, and they closed it down in the 1940s.
Right.
And so they used to take all the rubbish here and just smoke it. They had twin chimneys. They just burnt everything. And then obviously it became the overseas terminal. But the idea about what I'm using is this idea that sweeping is an action, and I'm sort of retelling stories or narratives, if you like. And when you have narratives, stories that finish and get broken and changed, you put them back together. And it's a sort of process called bricolage, but the idea is to just sweep all the bits up, collect them up, rearrange them, and using things like these sculpture over there.
So are they temporary or they'll be permanent?
They're there for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the idea was that, because the fishermen use that site too, I'd negotiate the site with them, and I built them some little rod holders.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
More bits to come.
No, the rod holders.
Oh, cool.
So they can rest their rest the works. They have rods on the works and put them on the brooms, that sort of thing. And some of them work okay, some of them don't work that well because they're slightly on the wrong angle, so I might build some others or just readjust them. In fact, they could work quite well if they were on a vertical surface, that sort of thing. So I guess the point of it is it's the high vis colours.
I don't care about the point of it.
It's the whole point of it is
I like
this.
it.
Yeah. The whole point of it is this. This is the point. You're right.
Yeah.
So like when we opened up here, there was almost a fight because
How long was that going?
quite a while. I thought it's opened last year or so. But it's a funny wee space. But it's owned by the council, Massey administer it, and so they have visiting artists in there, and so I sort of was keen to do some stuff, and so the guy that's curating the show said, "Oh yeah, what about sticking something on the end of that?" Oh yeah. And so I did. So I made those up. Just being playful with brooms, the idea of tools. I mean, you can buy them from Bunnings, and it's just 32 mil.
Don't hurt. They're a very sexy orange.
Oh, that's right. Hey, yeah. Well, high vis. I sort of thought, well, there's no point in them having a landscape like this without standing out. And so the yard brooms, it's the sort of thing that when this place was a rubbish dump, they would have used to sweep the place up. And it's just quite nice to see that people sort of look at them and go, "What's that for?" But then the guy, people can
Plus
use
there's
it.
a little leap of faith if you want to get across there.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm not as athletic as I used to be, and I
No,
had
neither
pain
am I.
twice.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah.
so you were making me sing for my supper to go and have a closer look.
You're onto it. Yep, you're onto it. So there's a bit of a safety zone, bit of a danger zone in there. And the theme of the show is the fault line that runs right out there, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, when I looked at that, I thought, well, it's like, tectonic plates where you get a split between the mainland, which is this peninsula, the Wharf, and this funny little ship's fender, which is redundant. And I really like the idea of this chasm that had to leap over, a bit like a fault line, And, it's really tactile, that boy sort of going, oh yeah, Brussels, upside down. And you can stick a fishing rod in it, and it keeps it nicely in place. And all that sort of stuff.
And so will you take it away in 2 weeks' time?
Most likely. I don't think Wellington Waterfront, this is Wellington Waterfront's land, so I don't think they'll let me keep it here.
Oh, do they really care? There'll be someone and that's their shitty job.
Oh,
Scary.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make up some more fishing butts. I'll weld up some more butts and I'll put them at the edge of the wharf so when they do fish, they can just put their rods on it. So I'll leave behind a little trace of it, which is those butts. I'll probably take those ones that are on the ground there now and put them on the vertical side. Whoa! Where they come from? Mind the line?
Maybe you could donate it to Carlucci land.
Yeah, Carl Lewis. Yeah. Oh, Carl, yeah. Yeah, well, it's it's that kind of sort of area, really.
Yeah.
It's I've just engineered them a bit more, and that's all. And because of this environment, they had to be something that's a bit more durable, and it's because I was messing around with the form. That 32mm pipe takes the 28mm diameter of the broom handle beautifully in the inside diameter, just slots right in.
You're excited about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought, I want to do something with these things, but I'm not going to be able to bend the wood without an enormous amount of effort and craft. I just thought, well, actually, maritime environment, I'll just use that, and it worked quite nicely.
Yeah.
So, and some of them refer to the area outside, like that one at the end.
Is that part of the
Well,
installation?
no, funny you should say that. There's a guy fishing off here in the opening, and I was talking to him, and he's telling me about catching stingray and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. And he's the next day, somebody left 2 fish and a broom over there at the door. And I've been talking to him about the brooms and stuff like that. And I suspect he might, because he had a tradies van.
Mm.
And he just, I think he might have just hauled an old broom out of it and left it there as a kind of gift, which I thought was quite funny. And Petrie said he took a photo of the 2 fish and the broom, so I might see if I can get a hold of that. But it's just a simple conversation. I mean, he parks up here, I think most evenings, or certainly on Friday, and he wasn't going to move from there. And some of the people in the gallery asked him to move, and they got a bit shitty about it, and I thought there was going to be a fight. But, in the end, because cars were trying to get past, but in the end they sorted it out. So, it's just a little drama. Yeah, so that's what it's all about, really. Yeah, because I've been taking objects from Bunnings and cutting them up and welding them up against and rearranging them. So I did a performance down in Cuba Street, just at the beginning of this year in March. They had a parking day where you could take over Yep, did that. And I've actually made stuff up and taken them back to Bunnings and put them back in the shop and talk to people. So what do you think of that? And it's really interesting, people have got good imaginations, they get it, and they think it through themselves. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Long
Ben.
Ben, oh, Malcolm.
Pleased to meet you.
You too, Ben. See ya.